So that is, I think, one of the tricky parts for a lot of people who are healing, because as soon as you start healing a little bit, you see so many flaws in your parents or your caregivers, and you start attacking how they treated you. We're never looking, I know I talk about it, right? But I'm never talking about it to paint them in a bad light, to justify that I am a victim, right? I will never see myself as a victim, even though I've been through many, many painful experiences in my life. There is no such thing. I don't believe any of my clients are victims, and a lot of my clients have been through extreme sexual trauma from at a very young age. It's about how we see ourselves. So just because you internalize that you're not good enough, that you weren't good enough at a young age, that doesn't have to be your reality still to this day. So you have to see, when did I decide that it's not safe to be me? So if it wasn't safe for you to be fully expressed when you were a little girl, and you went inward and you blocked yourself off, maybe you became too shy, or maybe you were the clown or the loud person in the classroom, right? It has a lot to do with the dynamics of the home. Then that's going to contribute to whether or not you feel comfortable to be on camera like I am right now, to write from your heart, to pour out your soul into your content, into your work, into your business, to your clients, into your creations, right? That's going to have a huge impact on that. But like I've talked about it before, there is so much potential in your pain if you allow yourself to tap into that. So because you were judged, because we look at judgment as like, I'm judging you, that you're a bad person. No, we're judged all the time, right? We even judge ourselves. So your parents judge that situation, and you need to tone it down a little bit. There's judgment. So today you're afraid of judgment. Today you're afraid of disapproval. You're afraid of not being validated. And because you remember how painful it was when you were growing up to feel that disapproval, from your parents, you don't want to experience it again. So you'd rather not write that post, because what if someone says something? What if a relative or a friend or a coworker or a client or a customer or a random person sees my creation, my content, this piece that I put together, and they judge it? And what if, even worse, what if they express it? OMG, I don't know if I can take that, because I remember the pain that I felt when I was growing up, not feeling safe to be me. So a lot of people are like, oh, I just need to stop. I need to be more active. I need to stop procrastinating. It's not procrastination. It's a defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism, just like self-sabotage, right? We're not purposely doing something to ourselves to destroy our lives. But we are purposely continuing to do it when we know that we're doing something to limit ourselves or to damage ourselves, and then we're not taking appropriate action to rewire our brain, to re-regulate our autonomic nervous systems, to reset our mindset, to change our inner experience in terms of our relationship with ourselves. Like, that is, I don't know what to call it. That is a waste of life when we know that we're doing something to self-destruct, self-sabotage, that we're playing small, that we're keeping ourselves limited, and we're still not doing anything about it when we have the awareness, okay? If a person doesn't have the awareness, yeah, it's sad. Hopefully they will wake up by seeing other people and they choose to take action on their own lives. But if you know, hey, I have these limitations. I don't know what they are, maybe, but I know I'm doing something. I'm self-sabotaging in many areas. I'm just going to continue to do it, and I'm going to say, oh, it's because my parents did this to me. It's a waste of life, because you are not what happened to you. And beneath the hiding that you did, there's this incredible flower ready to bloom. And she has so much to say. So with that being said, we need to reconnect with the part of us. You need to reconnect with the inner version, the inner child in you, the little girl inside of you who decided that it wasn't safe for her to be her. Who decided to take on a different role? Who decided to create a new personality, a personality that was more what? Likable, more lovable, more approved according to society, according to her family, according to everyone, right? That would fit better into society, right? This is why a lot of people are copycats. Everybody is the same because people are so afraid of being them because they've been taught it's not good to be you, right? So reconnecting with her, healing your relationship with her, right? A lot of this work I do with my clients and in Healing Academy. It's a process that I take my clients through. But healing this relationship is crucial because once you heal whatever she has going on, then you can feel safe and free to move forward because otherwise she'll hold you back. Kind of think of it from the perspective of your own child, if you have a child, or if you have nieces and nephews, if you're not giving them the proper attention, and if you're not allowing them to express their feelings and let you know what's going on, and if you're not taking appropriate action to correct something so they feel more safe, they're gonna continue to self-destruct, and they're also gonna do things to make your life harder, right? And that's the same way our inner child works. Until she gets what she needs, until she feels safe, until she feels approved, until she feels appreciated, she's going to continue to do the little things like self-sabotage, like procrastination, and all these things that you use like, oh, this is just who I am. No, this is what she does because she's trying to get your attention. She's trying to get your attention. And when you realize this and you're like, oh, okay, so this is a defense mechanism. This is what she started doing because it wasn't safe for her to be seen. And today I'm living under her spell because I'm not giving her the proper attention, the validation, the approval, the love that she's needing. So she kind of drags me down with her because she's like, you're not going to shine if I still feel afraid. You're not going to shine and think you're all that if you're not taking care of me first. Like, I am your child. Hey, Marie, so good to see you. Does this resonate? So then, of course, you're not going to do these videos. You're not going to post on your stories. You're not going to write from your heart and your soul. You're not going to go all in your work, in your career, because that fear of judgment that you initially received as a little girl, and she's still there. She doesn't want to feel it anymore. She's like, no, we're going to pretend we're someone else. We're going to do what everybody else does. We're going to pretend that this is the person that we are. Everybody likes this version. We've survived many, many years being this person, so we're going to continue to be her. Right? What are you talking about? Sorry, I'm late. No worries. You'll have to go back and watch because I'm kind of wrapping it up now before I share the information about tomorrow. Powerful message. I believe you will like it. So make sure you watch the replay. So this is what happens. And then you're stuck today in procrastination, not following through with your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, because you have adapted this personality that's been designed to keep you safe. Because this personality, this persona, this identity has been accepted by your family, by society, by everyone in general. And this is why you're having a very hard time to be vulnerable and connect and be intimate with friends and lovers and everybody else, because you're not operating as a true, authentic self. Because you don't even know who she is. Because you haven't reconnected with the wounded part of you that decided to do something to protect herself because she didn't want to be ridiculed. Now, that is the part from the perspective of your own life, but then there's also generational things that have been passed down. So if there's a lot of things and a lot of emotions that are not making sense, it could be found in your birth chart and things that have been passed down to you. But that doesn't mean that still can't be healed. It still can be healed. Everything can be healed. Everything can be transcended. And all these things that we just talked about, they don't only apply to what I just talked about, showing up in your business, posting, doing videos, and doing that, being seen like this. It's also being seen in a relationship, in a romantic relationship. It's also being seen in a friendship. It's also being seen in an interview. It's also being seen on a sales call. It's also like a lot of coaches nowadays, they don't want to do video calls because it's too much, like it takes too much energy, it's draining. But in reality, it could be what? A visibility thing, a vulnerability thing. Maybe not trusting yourself that you can deal with it like head on. Your client has an issue and you're seeing them, and what if No, it's better if you're just kind of like keeping the distance and maybe only doing Voxer. So more and more and more people are looking at this from a perspective of, we just need more boundaries. We just need to love and respect ourselves more. We just need more and more and more and more and more and more. And we need to add more and more and more things. And we create constant separation. And although things may change externally in our lives, right? Although we may have more people in our lives, may have more money, whatever the case may be, there is a disconnect from ourselves. And that disconnect comes from the internalization. I don't even know if that's a word, but whenever you internalized what it meant for you not to be allowed to be fully expressed, what did that mean back then? That's been controlling your life. And that's what's been continuing to create these patterns. And that's what's been contributing to who and what you are attracting into your life. All of it. All of it. Because you made that mean something about you. The true you. And if the true you is not clean, if she's dirty, if she's not good enough, if she's all this, of course you're not going to want to bring her out. But you want so bad because you're feeling the desires, you're feeling these callings, you have all this creativity, all these bubbles inside of you ready to come out and to create and to manifest and to be. No. And you're going to be like, oh, I just need to be more, I just need to do more and be a little more productive and stop procrastinating. I just need to stop comparing myself. These are just symptoms. These are symptoms because of what happened. So the disconnect always needs to be fixed first. Okay? So I hope this was helpful. So once you take care of that, then it's showing up. Just like when you take care of that, attracting an amazing partner is going to be the end result. If that's what you want. If you want the thriving business, then that's what's going to happen. Better, more aligned clients, then that's what's going to happen. More cash, then that's what's going to happen. Or maybe none of it, but you want more peace, then that's what's going to happen because you reconnect with yourself. You reconnect with yourself. And as a result of that, you get to show up. Like this used to scare me to death. Like now I want to laugh at the fact that, I don't laugh at the fact I obviously honor each part of my life and where I've been. But it's funny to me today that I used to be so afraid of being on this camera. So afraid. It's like, oh, nervous. What if I come off this way? And then I would study the video so much afterwards. I wouldn't necessarily delete it like the ladies shared on my TikTok, but I wouldn't feel very good about it. Right? And so we may think, oh, this is just the business. No, it's in everything. It's in all areas. If you're afraid to be visible on camera, in your writing, in your work, if you're working, it doesn't matter, then that's going to transfer over too into your relationship. There are sides of you that you're hiding there too. And then the intimacy that you want to fix by fixing the other person cannot happen because there is a disconnect internally with yourself. And you are operating as someone else. This personality that I mentioned that you adapted as a survival mechanism, as a defense mechanism. And this is why it's so scary for a lot of people, like even for me when I first started my business and I started talking about all kinds of stuff, I'm like, dang, how is this gonna look to my parents? How is this gonna look? And what if I say something that they think is this, or what if I say something that offends them, right? And this goes back to also our mother wound and our father wound. So there's so much attached to it. But the beautiful thing, no matter what it is that you do in your business or in your career, that everything that we want to express and everything that we are, we can be without without having to do it at the expense of someone else. Right? I don't have to talk about my childhood experiences and then make my parents look bad, or I don't have to talk about it and then put them down. I can talk about it without doing that. And that's what a lot of people don't get, because there's so much pain still attached. And a lot of people are asking me, well, my business is not going very well. a lot of my new clients say this because I just start talking about something new and it just seems like no one is listening and I'm just confused. And my big question is always like, where are you speaking from? Because it's not about what we say. It's not about what we say. I can deliver this message this way, but I can also deliver it in a completely different way with a lot of frustration, with a lot of pain, with a lot of negativity. And although the message may have been really good, it's not going to be received that way. So being in your truth and allowing yourself to be seen, it doesn't have to come at the expense of someone else. And a lot of people think so. They think that they're being their full selves when they're so angry and full of rage and they're talking about everybody and they're calling everybody out. It's not even about that. I've always been outgoing, okay? If you've always been outgoing and that feels like you, start tapping into that. Be outgoing, right? And if there's something in you that's suppressing that, that's what you need to reconnect with, like I said earlier. Okay? So this was the message on visibility, on being seen.